Hello, ladies and gentlemen, people and pathetic losers. I did it! I did it! I beat Shambo 1-on-1. And I am finally the ACW Global Champion. You see, I've been waiting for this day. As I've talked in my previous promo, I had that feeling of patheticness in me for losing the Pride Championship at MWA. I no longer have that feeling. I feel success. I am happy with what happened. I'm the ACW Champion. I proved you wrong, Shambo. You said I ain't shit. And I proved you wrong. I broke out of the Savior's way. You had to see your face. You were like, what? How? No way. Man, someone has to break out of the Savior's way again and just take a picture of your face. I mean, it was priceless. You never expected anyone to break out of an STF? What's so special about an STF anyway? What, you're like the new John Cena? You're just a rookie, kid. Nothing more. You might have a bright future, but as long as I am here, you're a nothing, and I'm not leaving. This Tuesday, episode 4 of ACW, I am in a 6-man tag match. My partners will be Peter Gilmour. By the way, Peter, great match. Congratulations on your title. You deserve it. So, as I was saying, I'll be teaming up with Peter Gilmour and Fink. Now you're thinking, who the fuck is Fink? Well, I'm pretty sure you're going to find out who the fuck Fink is in episode 4 of ACW. You see, we're facing Marco Rose, Garnett Court and D-Xtreme. Now, as I recall, these guys all hate me and Peter. You see, D-Xtreme hates Peter because of their rivalry. Marco Rose and Garnett Court hate Peter because he attacked them at the end of their match. But most of all, they hate me because I attacked them and kicked their asses. From behind, of course. But that's beside the point. I'm the ACW champion now. That's all in the back. Let's focus on the future. You see, Gruber, Fink, Gilmour, Mean Street Mafia. Don't forget those 3 words. Mean Street Mafia is a stable, a faction, a team that will dominate the ACW like no one has ever done before in any wrestling federation. You see, this isn't any ordinary team. This is a team of gods. You see, Mean Street Mafia will be all about dominating the ACW. If ACW brings out a new title, Mean Street Mafia will take it. Another one comes out. Mean Street Mafia will take it. Another one comes out. Mean Street Mafia takes it. You can bring out 1 million freaking titles. Mean Street Mafia will take it. You see, I'm already the global champion, and Peter is already the 24/7 extreme champion. Fink doesn't have a title, and that makes him angry. And as the monster that he is, he wants a title, and I'm pretty sure he's going to focus on the United States Championship. So my point is, Mean Street Mafia will take all the titles, and once that is done, will dominate every single superstar, make them bow down to us, and they will learn to respect us. You people have to wake up from that illusion of, oh, today I'm going to win this match, and then that match, and then I'm going to have an #1 contender match. Then I'm going to win that, and then I'm going to go against Marco Gruber, the global champion. And I'm going to win, and then I'll be the champion. Get that out of your head. That's an illusion you'll never reach. That's a dream that's never going to become true. If you don't get that dream, that illusion out of your head, then Mean Street Mafia will make your lives a nightmare. Marco Rose, Garnett Court, D-Xtreme, Mean Street Mafia is going to kick your asses. You know what we can do. Peter and I together are unstoppable. With Fink. With Fink? We really are gods. You don't know Fink. You've never met Fink. You don't even know how it looks. So I'll promise this to you, D-Xtreme, Marco Rose, Garnett Court. Fink is going to kick all of your asses. I am going to kick your asses. Peter Gilmour is going to kick your asses. But wait. Something is not right. Something is not right. Something is not right. Ah, yes. You see, the Mean Street Mafia wants respect. And we are going to get respect. You three are going to lose and bow down to the extreme icon, to the best in the universe, and to the monster, Fink. And by the way, if you're coming after my ACW Global Championship, it's a waste of time. Because now that I'm champion, the ACW Global Championship will never leave from me. I'll be champion for an eternity. And that pathetic losers is going to be legendary. Mean Street Mafia. Get it in your head.
Under attack, always coming in last, bringing up the past. No one owes you anything, I think. You need a shotgun blast, a kick in the ass, so paranoid. Watch your back! Oh my, here we go, another loose cannon gone bipolar. Slip down, couldn't get much lower. Quicksand's got no sense of humor.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ACW Anarchy live here from the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. I am JayKong, alongside 16-time three-count world champion Danny D.
It's good to be here. It is great to be here. I'm so excited. We are one step closer to our first ever CTV, none other than Bloodsport. But for those who missed it, we had our very first house show a few days ago, and it was off the chain.
Exactly, but right now in the ring we've got Commissioner Jaden Anthony.
This is my first time seeing him.
The state of all-star car wrestling is in disarray at the moment. We have a scumbag like Marco Gruber walking around calling himself the ACW Global Heavyweight Champion, and a man like Peter Gilmour as our 24/7 Extreme Champion. It's safe to say that right now, the lowlifes are taking over. The Mean Street Mafia has overtook this company, and I look to take it back. At Bloodsport, we will see the ACW regain our coveted global championship. To add more incentive to take the title from Gruber, I am offering an extra $100,000 to whoever can knock off the worst in the universe. Also, Peter Gilmour, you say I should watch what I say, and that if I don't, the Mafia will rub me out? You should be fired for words like that, but that would be too easy. How about this, Extreme Icon? Bloodsport is coming up. How about you, Peter Gilmour, take on someone who doesn't take shit from anyone? How about in the limelight of the American Airlines Arena in Dallas, we see the Extreme Icon, Peter Gilmour, go one-on-one with the Connecticut Blue Blood, Jaden Anthony. We will do this in your own playground as well. This will be an extreme match where the only way to win is to keep your opponent down for a 10 count. I'll be waiting for your answer. But away from that so-called Mafia, I promised you that this week we will have selections to do battle for the ACW United States Championship at Bloodsport. Well, after careful consideration, we have found our selections. At Bloodsport, we will see the ACW United States title on the line in a three-way dance ladder match. It will be Mr. Capital versus the Prodigy, Ameer McDermott, versus EJ Hero. Now, I know EJ Hero has been on quite a losing streak lately, but I have full faith in his potential, and I know he can do something great here in All-Star Car Wrestling. Enough about Bloodsport now. Tonight we have a jam-packed card for you, including our very first steel cage match. After heated words on the ACW Facebook fan page, we are going to see Mr. Capital go one-on-one with one half of the Latin American Nightmares, JayKong. Also tonight in our main event, we will hopefully see the Mean Street Mafia get their asses whipped by the ACW originals. We will see the Mean Street Mafia, Marco Gruber, Peter Gilmour, and Fink in a 6-man tag match against the franchise Marco Rose, Top Notch, Garnett Court, and our resident extremist, D-Xtreme. That team, along with the Savior Shambo, will be taking part in the ACW Global Championship Scramble at Bloodsport. The time for talk is up, Gilmour. I'm expecting your answer by Friday, but for now, let's hear from someone who has a few words to say.
It is I, none other than the new, yes, that's right, the new ACW Extreme Hardcore Champion, the Extreme Icon, Peter Gilmour. Now, as you know, I beat that pendejo's ass. I beat the Extreme with the bang, the diamond cutter. I beat his ass with the bang. And you know what else I'm gonna do? Excuse me, I gotta pick my nose in my mansion. Oops, I made something fall in my mansion. You know? All I gotta do is hit this one move. The bang! The Gilmour cutter. The Gilmour cutter, that's all it took. One Gilmour cutter. It didn't matter that I was getting my ass beat the entire match. One Gilmour cutter. Bang! You see, that right there was summing up whatever promo Peter Gilmour is saying in tonight's episode of Anarchy. He is going to brag for 10 plus minutes about how one move earned him the title. How extreme he was. Congratulations, Gilmour. You won a title. Am I bitching? No. I'm not bitching about the fact that you beat me. I'm gonna bitch about the fact that you're claiming that you're more extreme than me. You see, that entire match, I decimated you. You said, I'm coming for blood and for gold. I'm coming to kick your ass. You didn't kick my ass. You hit one move that kept me down for a 10 count. D-Xtreme can win and D-Xtreme can lose. D-Xtreme isn't perfect, you know. The people know that. But the people also know that it wasn't Peter Gilmour who stole the show. It was me. You see, truth be told, I am better than you. I can beat you. And rather it be tonight or at Bloodsport, I will beat you. You see, your little Hulk Hogan shenanigan, because that's exactly what it was. You see, that's how all the Hogan matches went. He could get the crowd under his thumb if he wanted to, but truthfully, it goes as follows. The opponent beats the living hell out of, rather it be Hulk Hogan, everyone's favorite superhero John Cena, The Rock, and then they hit their 5 moves of doom, or their 1 move of doom, or their 2 moves of doom like Hogan with the big boot and then the leg drop. So, Extreme Icon, you hitting one Gilmour cutter, as you like to call it, makes you better than me? No, it doesn't. Because while you win matches with Gilmour cutters and basic generic wrestling moves, I win matches the way an extremist wins one. By pulling out a ladder. By diving off the ladder. Yes, I went through a table. But that's not how you beat me. You didn't beat me in an extreme way. I hit you with everything that defines extreme. I won my previous match by superplexing my opponent outside of the ring from the top turnbuckle, while you were just winning a virgin battle royale. And you know, the thing that I don't understand the most, of all people, you go, after you win a title where you become a big target 24/7, you go on and you want to say, I'm going to go and jump top-notch Garnett Court and Marco Rose. See, those two men, they deserve the title more than you. Now, ACW management, they have their reasons as why they brought you in. They wanted a crowd pop. You know, you're a veteran, but it's not about you anymore. It's about guys like me, Garnett Court, and Marco Rose. We're a younger generation, and we're taking over. So, do things however you want to do it for the time being. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to sneak up on you when the time comes for me to take that belt. The belt that is rightfully mine. I'm going to call you out to the ring. Our GM is going to book us in a match. You're going to bleed. Just like you did last week. And you're going to keep bleeding. And you're just going to take this beating in every shape and form possible. This isn't no generic wrestling match with me. I'm going to own you. And you want to say, I'm a wannabe extremist. I out-extremed you in every way possible in our match. And you got lucky with one move. So, Mr. Gilmour, hold my title. Keep it warm. Keep it all shined up. Don't get anything on it. Because when I come for it, you're never getting it back. I'm going to kick your ass. And I'm going to do exactly what those people in Call of Honor, yeah, that's right, I'm mentioning the other company where they wrote you off. You see, you starting this mess with me, Garnett Court, Marco Rose, that's just 3 people who want to kick your ass. And you say, the Armada is coming. Oh, the Armada is coming. Could you believe this, ACW universe? The Armada. You just attacked. You attack one of your Armada members. Oh, the Armada. Oh, get the fuck out of here with the Armada. The Armada couldn't help you from Lonnie Hernandez. Mr. Smiles. You know? It took KK Banks from CWS. KK Banks. To get you... To get that man out of there. Something you couldn't do. So, I'm going to put you on the shelf. Because that's where you belong. Get your old, retired, veteran ass out of our ring. Because this is for a new generation, not you. And if you think you can really hang with us for one more run, okay, let's see how long you last. Because from here on out, open season on Peter Gilmour. Because it's not just about the title for me. It's about permanently ending a career.
Well, action about ready to kick off here on ACW Anarchy. We have got Wolf Gruber coming to the ring. And Danny D had to go take care of something backstage. Hopefully he will be back here later tonight, but if he is not, I will be running solo here. I am the voice of ACW along with Danny D, but I am Jay Divine. This is the Warlock, Wolf Gruber, the father of the ACW Global Heavyweight Champion, Marco Gruber. He is coming to the ring, and looking for his second match here in ACW in one-on-one action here against the Prodigy, Ameer McDermott, who we learned here tonight will be going at Bloodsport up for the ACW United States Championship in a three-way dance ladder match. This man right here, this is the Prodigy, Ameer McDermott. He made a big impact last week, making his first ACW debut and in a winning fashion. Let's see if he can continue his winning ways here tonight from Chicago in ACW. This man sure knows how to make a crowd hate him. He is coming to the ring with such cockiness and brashness. Let's see if he can back up how he acts here in the ring here tonight. He was able to last week, but tonight is a whole different opponent and a whole new challenge in the Warlock, Wolf Gruber. Seems like the crowd here in Chicago really hates Ameer McDermott right now at the moment. Action kicking off here in ACW. Big dropkick there from Ameer McDermott, but it does nothing as Wolf Gruber hits the shout out. Right now, strategy going into this match is definitely on the part of Wolf Gruber. This is only his second match consecutively as well here in ACW. And he is just looking for his break. He lost his first match, which was the ACW Newcomers Battle Royal, which was later won by Peter Gilmour. Great job toe hold there by Ameer McDermott. But Wolf Gruber really needs to think about what he watched in tape from Ameer McDermott from last week and from what he's gathered in other companies. I mean, Ameer McDermott is no slouch. He has been around and he knows what he needs to do in this squared circle. Whether it be underhanded tactics or not, he will try to come out on top. Big backbreaker there by Wolf Gruber. Gruber Irish whip and hits the shout out once again there on Ameer McDermott. Gruber really seeming unfazed here right now as he's going hard into this matchup with a big headbutt there to Ameer McDermott. The Prodigy right now in this match really has to watch his back because Gruber is no slouch in this ring as well. In the Newcomers Battle Royal, he was tick for tack there in the entire match and was one of the final two against Peter Gilmour, but out of nowhere Gilmour ended up hitting the Gilmour cutter and coincidentally, they're pinning Wolf Gruber, but we see Gruber rolling over Ameer McDermott right now, looking to finish him off with this Boston Crab. McDermott scratching and clawing, trying to make his way to the ropes, and McDermott powers out there. Ameer McDermott is very impressive here in the ACW. I mean, this man, again, coming from multiple different confederations, and trying to make a name for himself here in All-Star Car Wrestling is pretty astounding. Wolf Gruber with a great counter there and starting to go right after Ameer McDermott, but McDermott counters into a front face lock. Reversal by Gruber. And another reversal there by McDermott. Finally, flipping over with a great neck breaker does McDermott. Flying in from the outside, big elbow to the throat of Wolf Gruber. Cover here, we got not even a 1 count. Shoulders were barely even down for even a millisecond there. Ameer McDermott now working over the arm. Last week I remember Danny saying that Ameer McDermott is a submission artist. Let's see if he can pull out any of the stops here tonight. And right now, big reversal there by McDermott. But again, Wolf Gruber just finding a way to counter out of everything. And now, what's this? Going right on the assault, punches straight to the head of Ameer McDermott. Shout out here by Gruber. Again, this is our last ACW Anarchy before Bloodsport. And now at Bloodsport, we are going to see the ACW Global Championship defended for the very first time in company history, as we see a big crossbody there from Ameer McDermott, and a second one hits the spot. We will see the ACW Global Championship on the line in a championship scramble. We're going to see Marco Gruber defend against 4 other men. He's going to defend against the franchise Marco Rose, D-Xtreme, the Savior, Shambo, and Top Notch, Garnett Court. The rules of a championship scramble are pretty simple. Wait, I'll get to that here in a second. Big backbreaker there by McDermott. This could be the end of the match here. Cover. 1. Only a 1 count, but the rules of the match are simple. 2 men will start the match, and every 5 minutes, another man will enter the match. And the way to win is you have to be the current champion in the match. You can become the current champion by pinfall or submission on any opponent. Once you are the current champion, you have a big target on your back, as you have to try to make sure no one else gets a pinfall or submission during the time limit, which will be a 20-minute time limit, as we see a big fisherman suplex cover. 1. Only a 1 count before the kick out there by Gruber. Ameer McDermott really looking impressive in this bout right now, putting down the father of the best in the universe, the ACW Global Champion. We got to cover here. 1. Only a 1 count kick out from the Bulldog by Gruber. McDermott with a big jawbreaker right there. McDermott has been really quiet as of lately. He is looking just to pick his moments, and I believe, big crossbody there. I believe at Bloodsport he has found his moment when he is going for that ACW United States Championship against EJ Hero and Mr. Capital. Ameer McDermott really going at it right now, back on the ankle of Wolf Gruber. Can Gruber fight back in this match? Wait, is he looking for that again? Big backbreaker there by the Prodigy Ameer McDermott. Dragging Gruber to the center of the ring. You know he has to be looking for that sharpshooter now. And just as I suspected, flipping him over on his belly there, a sharpshooter applied to Wolf Gruber. Will Gruber tap out? Will Gruber make it to the ropes, or will he tap? And he has no choice but to tap out right now. Winner of this match by submission is the Prodigy, Ameer McDermott. Let's take a look at some highlights of this match, which was heavily contested between these 2 great ACW superstars. Make a movement into the wall. And right here, the pressure just too much for Wolf Gruber, and he tapped out to the sharpshooter. Big congratulations here to the Prodigy Ameer McDermott, winning the match with no underhanded tactics, but the crowd is here in Chicago is telling him how they feel right now. A big chorus of boos for Ameer McDermott. Well, our main event for the evening here tonight is a 6-man tag match. We got Team ACW, the franchise Marco Rose, Garnett Court, and D-Xtreme going against the Mean Street Mafia. That and a whole lot more here they come on ACW Anarchy, live from Chicago.
Why? That is the question that I've been getting asked all this week. Ever since I won the Extreme title, like I said I would, for the 8th time, by the way. Everybody is asking me, why, Peter, why? Why did you attack Marco Rose, and why did you attack your former Armada friend and member, Garnett Court? Because I can. Because I fucking can. I'm the champ, I do whatever the fuck I want. You know, it just amazes me how you people love to start shit. You know, one minute you're on my side, you're cheering me in Madison Square Garden, the mecca of all wrestling arenas, by the way, in my hometown as well. And then the next minute, you're booing me in Baltimore, Maryland, or whatever the fuck we had the last show was. Didn't matter. I care less. You love to turn on your champions. You turn on me, shame on you. Shame on you, fans. Shame on you. I don't give a fuck about you people. All I care about is me, myself, and the Extreme title, which I told you people that I was going to win. And what happens? You don't believe me. You say, oh, D-Xtreme is going to win. He's going to beat you. What happens? What happened? Who was down for a 10 count? Not me. It was D-Xtreme. That piece of shit. And D-Xtreme, I heard your little promo. You know, you're mocking my voice, you know, saying I have one move of doom. No, my friend. How's your jaw feeling after I knocked you out not once, but twice? You know, I have other moves in my arsenal. You just haven't seen them yet. But you will see them on episode 4. D-Xtreme. You know, you love to talk shit. You love to run your mouth. But you also love to lie. Oh, you think I'm lying? You think I'm lying to you? No. You're lying about how you decimated me. No. You tried every move in the book. I kept getting up. You hit your lame finishers on me. Kept getting up. I dominated that entire match. Minus your freaking offense. Woo! You know, then you said you stole the show. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Who won the Extreme belt? Who caused controversy in the Marco Rose Garnett Court match? This guy. This guy, right here. So, you know, you want to say that you stole the show? Oh, believe your own bullshit, okay? Believe your own bullshit. You know, then you say the Armada's coming. There's something bigger than the Armada's. And you're gonna feel it. You, your little bitch, Marco Rose, and that other bitch, Garnett Court, you guys will feel the wrath that's coming to you on episode 4 this Tuesday night. And then you talk about some douchebag named Lonnie Hernandez that I used to fight in CWS. Where is that guy now? Let me think. Oh yeah, he got ran out of the company. Why? Because he fucked with the owners. And KK Banks did my dirty work basically, and he kicked him out of the Federation. Beat his ass so bad that he has to come back. And you say I fear him? No, I don't fear him. When I was ready to come back to CWS, that was my first target. But he chickened out like the pussy that he is. I don't fear him. I don't fear nobody. I fear no man, no woman. I don't fear anybody. And I certainly don't fear you three. You know, then you say you and Garnett are gonna put me on the shelf. Woohoo! Another bullshit lie. You're saying that I'm washed up. I'm an old timer. My time is done. Nope. I still got plenty of fuel left in the tank, my friend. And I'm gonna be here in car wrestling for a long time. So you say it's open season? Bring it. It's Gilmour season. And that means I'm gonna destroy each and every member of the ACW roster that steps into the ring with me and tries to take my Extreme title. Because it's not going anywhere. Oh, and Mr. Commissioner Collins, you said that justice will be served on episode 4, and you're gonna, you're gonna have a little chat with me, and you're gonna be ringside. I welcome you at ringside. I welcome you at ringside. You say you're gonna do something with my Extreme title. You try it, your ass is gonna be sleeping with the fishes, my friend. You don't fuck with the Extreme Icon and live to tell about it. But whatever you do, whoever you line up against me, it's not going to matter. I am keeping this title by any means necessary. And if I have to cheat, I'll cheat. If I have to, do whatever I have to do to keep this title, I will do it. This title is not going anywhere. So we have a 6-man tag team match this week on Anarchy episode 4. And the 3 guys that are crying and bitching and moaning, D-Xtreme, Marco Rose, and Garnett Court, are taking on myself, the ACW Global Champion, Marco Gruber, and Fink. Now, Garnett loves, in his little promo that bored me half to death, he's saying that if me and Marco Gruber are working together, he's gonna fuck me up. Well, guess what? Me and Marco Gruber have an agreement. We are now part of what's gonna be the greatest faction in all of car wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the Mean Street Mafia. Myself, Marco Gruber, and Fink. And we're coming to destroy D-Xtreme, Marco Rose, and Garnett Court. And Garnett, no disrespect to you, I did what I had to do. It was just business. We were part of the Armada. I brought you up from the gutter all the way to the top. And what do? You stabbed me in the back. I did not stab you in the back. You stole my thunder in COH. So I had to do something about it. I'm not going to let some rookie, some nobody with promo skills worse than John Cena try to steal my thunder. You're going to learn all about respect come Anarchy episode 4. All 3 of you will learn to respect the Mean Street Mafia. And that goes for you too, Commissioner Collins. I know you're going to be at ringside, and you're going to try to do whatever it takes. Make sure this is right down the middle day. But we will play fair. We will play by your rules. But Commissioner Collins, you want to fuck with us, it's not going to happen. Because at Anarchy episode 4, me, Marco, and Fink are going to put 3 guys in the hospital and out of ACW. So D-Xtreme, Marco Rose, Garnett Court, get ready. Because we are coming for blood. And we will have blood. We will make the blood flow like a river. And if you're not down with that, too bad. Garnett, you say that you're not the one to fuck with? Well, let me tell you something. The Mafia, the Mean Street Mafia, are not the ones to be fucked with. Because the Mafia will make you sleep with the fishes. And after we're done doing that, we're going to take your bitches. So we'll see you Tuesday night, gentlemen. Sleep well. The Mean Street Mafia is coming for your blood. See you Tuesday night, fuckers.
Before Mr. Capital even starts talking about JayKong, I want to say something about Peter Gilmour. Peter Gilmour, I despise you. What you do is you go, yeah, it's the extreme legend Peter Gilmour. Hell, a 3-year-old can say that, right? A 3-year-old came up with that, in my opinion. Alright, Peter Gilmour, you sit down and go like this. I'm a little nervous. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, because I'm Peter Gilmour. Alright, you are Peter Zero Charisma Gilmour. Or that's what you are. And by the end of tonight, mark my words, you son of a bitch, by the end of tonight, Mr. Capital will take your 24/7 Extreme Championship, and that's fucking final. So JayKong, JayKong, you wanna come out here and you wanna disrespect a pioneer in the business such as myself? You wanna go on Facebook, you wanna go social media, You wanna do this with Mr. Capital? Well, listen, punk, shut the fuck up. Shut your phony ass up. Go back to fucking Puerto Rico. I don't like you, alright? I don't like you wrestling in my goddamn country, alright? I love this country to fucking death. And you're from Puerto Rico, the unofficial state, the 54th state, the unofficial 54th state of the United States of America. Shut up, Get the fuck out of here. Who are you to come into my fucking country, and say shit about a pioneer of the professional wrestling business such as myself, You are a nobody. You are a rookie, that is a fact. I main evented shows. I stole the shows on the grandest daddy of them all. You, on the other hand, you had your first match last week, How was that? How was the ring, How was the crowd, Yeah, that was the first experience, brother. Where you want 15 minutes of fame, you got them. You got them tonight. And I will whoop your ass all over that ring, and you got nowhere to run, because this is a steel cage, brother. After I'm done with you, Kong, your mama will say, "Oh, demonios eres tú," which means, who the hell are you? Because she will not recognize your face. Alright, I will whoop it so hard, I will beat it, I will make it blue and in blood. So, my little friend by the name of JayKong, your 15 minutes of fame are up after tonight. You go to the hospital for months and months. I go to the top and become the global champion. You have done the wrong thing when you cross paths with Mr. Capital. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you will witness the greatest of the great Mr. Capital whooping that rookie piece of ass. Thank you.
Well, it looks like right now Peter Gilmour really took exception to what Mr. Capital said, and he is attacking Capital backstage right now. Actually, they're in the parking lot. Now, I hope Gilmour knows what he is doing right now, because if he gets knocked out backstage, like, Mr. Capital can just walk away with that 24/7 Extreme Championship, and Capital right now proving he is no slouch, as he is straight up attacking Gilmour with that car hood. What the hell is going on backstage? And I mean, right now, security and referees can't do anything about it. This is now officially a championship bout backstage here in the Allstate Arena. Mr. Capital is now really just fighting back to Gilmour. This is shocking, ladies and gentlemen. He is really just taking it to Gilmour right now. What do we see? That's another car, and he is getting shut in that hood more than once now. Capital really knowing what he is doing backstage right now, as he is really taking the fight now to Gilmour, when it was Gilmour who was really taking the fight to Capital after he made those controversial words about the Mafia and about Gilmour. And I hope Capital can really get through this right now, at least unscathed, because he has a match coming up next. It is that steel cage match against JayKong. Where is Capital going? Capital, big clothesline taking down Peter Gilmour, and the crowd here in Chicago really seems to be behind Gilmour, but not now. That big back suplex, the crowd is all for this right now. How shocking would it be if we walked out of here with a new 24/7 Extreme Champion? Gilmour ran his back right into the luggage back there. It's all the shit that is backstage right now. Right against that door. But Capital fighting back here backstage. And now throwing Gilmour into the door. What are we seeing here? Hit with that door. Gilmour looks hurt right now. Capital is putting a beating right now on the Extreme icon, Peter Gilmour. who knows what prompted Capital's words to piss off Peter Gilmour. I guess it's just Capital putting his own 2 cents in here on this whole Mafia situation. But right now, Capital is now getting his ass handed to him by Gilmour here backstage. Again, this has turned into a championship battle here in the backstage area. Because if Peter gets knocked out, Mr. Capital walks out as the ACW 24/7 Extreme Champion. And wait, that's just happened. We have a new Extreme Champion backstage here. It's none other than Mr. Capital. How is this going to change everything going in to Bloodsport next week? And now Capital finding his way out to the ring now. And there it is. He is wearing the 24/7 Extreme Championship. So it is official. New Extreme Champion here in ACW. It is this man right here, Mr. Capital. Now, after that beating he took there by Gilmour backstage, is he even going to be able to compete at full capacity here against JayKong, an impressive rookie going into this steel cage match? I mean, there are a lot of questions running through my head right now on what is really going to happen now. I mean, I'm still trying to grasp the concept of 1 week after Gilmour wins the title, we already have a new 24/7 Extreme Champion here in ACW. This night is full of surprises right now. And I mean, we're just getting started here. And every week now, last week I said it was a 2-hour special along with Danny D, but that is probably going to keep to be our standard 2 hours a week. Right here with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we see the explosive rookie, JayKong, make his way to the ring. He debuted last week as part of a new tag team brought in by Emilio Guerrero Jr. And they are now known as the Latin American Nightmares, and they debuted last week against the team of Jason Storm and Christopher Wonder, and without skipping a beat, they were a well-oiled machine in that match and came out on top. But this is singles action here, and also the big question is, this is also steel cage territory here against a veteran like Mr. Capital. And will JayKong find a way to come out on top here? Capital sending him right into the corner right now to start off this match. But again, there has to be a big advantage here. Wait, big arm drag off the top turnbuckle. But there has to be a big advantage here right now for one JayKong because of that backstage assault by Peter Gilmour earlier, like right before this match. Is Mr. Capital at 100%? He is the new 24/7 Extreme Champion, but can he actually come out on top in this cage match against the rookie JayKong? JayKong actually trained by Carlos Colon, the father of Primo and Carlito. And he has wrestled in numerous federations over in Puerto Rico, and he is making his big American breakout appearance here in ACW of all places. We are glad to have you, JayKong, as he goes behind on Capital. Capital reverses the headlock, but JayKong misses the punch. And this, I'm still trying to get my mind around that attack by Peter Gilmour on Mr. Capital. I mean, that was totally uncalled for. All Capital was doing was giving his opinion on what he thought was going on with the Mafia and with what's going on in ACW as a whole. Capital taking control, big clothesline in the corner. I mean, I guess what I've been hearing is true. Around the call circuits, Gilmour has a short temper, but tonight it costed him the ACW 24/7 Extreme Championship. But we will be seeing Peter Gilmour in the main event later on here tonight. Let's get back to the match at hand as JayKong eats steel right there in the side of the steel cage. And it's really looking right now that attack by Peter Gilmour has not really affected the in-ring ability of Mr. Capital, as we see a huge elbow drop right there. Capital in a big Samoan drop. Capital is finding a way to fight back already. He is already just once he gets into this ring, ladies and gentlemen, he channels out all the pain that he's been dealt in previous attacks, or just any matches in a whole. I mean, I think that is really this young superstar's key to success here in the ACW, as it looks like we are about ready to see the capital elbow. Hopping over, and there he is, dropping it! The capital elbow right there on JayKong. Let's take a look at the replay. Capital elbow straight to the heart of JayKong, and looks like Mr. Capital is really looking to end this quickly as he is scaling the cage right now. JayKong is up, but Mr. Capital's to the top, and he is out. Mr. Capital making his glory run down the side of the cage, and he will actually come out victorious here in the steel cage match against JayKong. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but that was impressive, especially after the attack he just sustained from Peter Gilmour backstage. That's really showing you anything and everything will happen here in ACW. Thank you for joining us again, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from the Allstate Arena here in Chicago, Illinois. I am JayDivine, and Danny D had to take care of something backstage, and hopefully he will again join us here later. But if not, best wishes to you, Danny, and hopefully everything is okay in your life backstage. Mr. Capital, victorious here, and you can really see the effects of the attack and then this steel cage match here against JayKong. But again, new 24/7 Extreme Champion and winner of this steel cage match, Mr. Capital.
So now that I've had a week to digest what really happened to me last week on Anarchy, I've come to a conclusion. Marco Gruber, you got lucky. I mean, honestly, through this entire company, I've been scratching and clawing my way to get to that one moment that I had last week, and I blew it. I made one fatal mistake, and you capitalized, rolled me up, and pinned me. But I gotta tell you this one, Marco, buddy. If you haven't seen the last of me, you haven't seen the last of the Savior, Shambo. Now, you are really a disease to this company. ACW needs better. I am not going to stand by while I see the company I love and the company I am helping build be taken hostage by you and that sleazebag Peter Gilmour. You two claim to be the Mean Street Mafia with your little imaginary buddy, Fink. Now, I haven't got to see Fink, nor do I want to really see that ugly-ass motherfucker. But I know time's going to come, and this week, you guys are going to be making your triumphant debut as a stable in a six-man tag match against three of my good friends. D-Xtreme, the franchise, Marco Rose, and top-notch Garnett Court. Now, I have something to say really quick. Peter Gilmour, what kind of low-life coward are you? One, knowing that attacking two men from behind after their match is the lowest form of cowardism, and you've got the biggest target in the company on your back right now. You have that 24/7 Extreme Championship, which you can lose it at anywhere, anytime. Which means, if I wanted to, I could come up, whip your ass while you're on the shitter, or even come up and beat your ass while you're asleep and take the championship for my own. Will I do that? Probably not. Do I want to? Hell no! I don't want some low-life title like that. Plus, I'm a man of class. I'm a man of dignity. I want to wrestle under the rules, inside the ring, where wrestling belongs. Peter Gilmour, I hope you get your ass kicked by every man in the main event tonight. But enough about low-life scum like Gilmour. I'm shooting for the top. I'm shooting for the man that is holding this company hostage. That's you, Marco Gruber. Yeah, you got lucky. You actually broke out of the Savior's way, which, yeah, indeed, it thoroughly shocked me. No one has been able to break out of the Savior's way, and even the night after my loss, I went one-on-one at our first house show in Chicago against the man who I thoroughly respect, D-Xtreme, the one true extremist in ACW. And at the end of the night, I did make him succumb to the Savior's way. And I got a whole hell of a lot more respect for D-Xtreme than I do for some low-life prick like you. Now, the ACW needs to be saved from the disease that is the Mean Street Mafia. You guys are spreading cancer through the entire company, and you are going to drag us to the ground. Tonight, I'm going to make an example out of my opponent, Jason Storm. No offense to you, Jason. You're just not in my league, buddy. Tonight, Jason, I'm going to make you tap, and then I'm going to go on to Bloodsport to become the ACW Global Heavyweight Champion. The company needs a savior, and I am here. And trust me, Mean Street Mafia, you will not forget the name, Shambo.
Ladies and gentlemen, strong words from a very irritated Shambo, as we are about ready to see him in action here against this man, the BCW champion, Jason Storm. And now, what you have to ask yourself is, now that Shambo has really tasted defeat, what will happen in this match? Is Jason Storm really got a fear from an all-out onslaught here from the savior Shambo? I mean, first house show, we were actually here in Chicago right the day after the loss there by Shambo, and he actually won his house show event by making D-Xtreme tap out the Savior's way. Will he make Jason Storm tap out tonight? We're gonna find out as we see right here the entrance of the Savior, Shambo. Now, Shambo had a lot of words to say about what he really thought of the Mafia, of Peter Gilmour, and of course, the best in the universe, the new ACW Global Champion, Marco Gruber. You know, going into Bloodsport, Marco Gruber is really going to have to watch his back, because right there is the man that he is going to have to worry about most. I mean, any one of the men in that match can take the title from Gruber, but no one right now is more determined in my mind than the savior, Shambo. We're gearing up right here for some great singles action between some two great competitors. The bell rings and the match is underway. Big hip toss takeover there by Jason Storm. Front face lock applied, and Shambo hits a big clothesline. Shambo again is probably the smallest man on the roster, but I almost guarantee you he has the biggest heart as he is going into this match full force right now against Jason Storm. Shambo, to reiterate a little bit of his promo, said that Marco Gruber, Peter Gilmour, and Fisk are nothing but a disease to this company. I mean, honestly, we have yet to see Fisk. We don't know who the Monster Fisk is, but he is probably going to bring a lot to the table, and Marco Gruber definitely has been speaking highly of him at the beginning of the show. Right now, Shambo front facelock and reversal there, dodged out of the way, but did not dodge that big clothesline there from Shambo. Like, Shambo's mindset going into this match probably has to be, he has to make an example out of Jason Storm tonight. He has to do what he thinks will get under the skin and send a message to Marco Gruber and the rest of the Mafia. But Storm right now is really having a counter for everything Shambo is throwing at him. Irish whip to the ropes. Big leg lariat takedown there by Shambo. And running DDT. Shambo is building a lot of momentum here, but again loses it right there as that drop kick is countered. Irish whip and kick to the gut there by Jason Storm. Front face lock applied, reversal by Shambo. Elbow to the throat of Jason Storm. Shambo starting to build his offensive momentum back up, but as soon as he does, Irish whip into the corner, but he actually dodges the big drop kick from Jason Storm. Shambo has a lot on his mind right now. He has to still be mentally feeling the effects of that loss last week, which has to have set him back a lot. I mean, when you lose a big championship opportunity like that, it makes you feel worthless. It makes you feel like you can't win the big one. Shambo is really trying to claw his way back up, and hopefully next week on Bloodsport, he will find his momentum, he will find his groove, and possibly come out on top in the championship scramble match for the ACW Global Championship. Big neck drop there by Jason Storm. Storm is really a dark horse in this company right now. He has yet to pick up his first victory, but in every one of his matches, he has looked impressive. He is also the current ECW champion. I mean, he's got great credentials coming in. He just can't seem to catch a break here in ACW. His time is coming. I know it is. He's got a bright future in this company, and he is looking to definitely win championship gold. Side headlock applied, and now Jason Storm trying to make a name for himself here in ACW by a big power slam on Shambo, but Shambo fighting back once again into another neck drop by Jason Storm. Again, this match is officiated by senior referee Tom Marshall. Tom Marshall is our referee for almost every match here in the ACW, and he is doing a hell of a job right now. He's really giving the fans what they want, and he's letting this match really just run free and run wild. And now we got Shambo's looking for a big neck drop neck breaker right there. Again, we are live here from the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. We are live on the Pride Network here on ACW Anarchy. Big power slam there by Jason Storm. And now, but every move Storm makes, Shambo has a counter for, but yet vice versa, really. Big clothesline takedown there by Shambo. Reversal into the corner, and we see big corner drop kick there, and a second one to follow up by Jason Storm. This could be the opening Storm needs. Thrown into the barrier now. Shambo, this is where he is most lethal. He is lethal outside of this ring. But will he keep it there? What's Shambo thinking here? Jumping off the apron with a big clothesline. Turning Jason Storm inside out. Irish whip here. And just throwing him back into the ring. Shambo back into at the count of 4 by Tom Marshall. Side headlock here by Storm. And Shambo just powering out there. Clothesline and Shambo. Big big spine buster there. That usually sets him up for something. And flipping him over. Here it is. Savior's Way. STF submission hold. Can Storm get to the ropes in time? Can Storm break out of the STF here? Actually, Shambo just sets him out of the Savior's Way. Front face lock here. Big reversed atomic drop and another side headlock. This match is back and forth, high pace. And now Jason Storm getting the best of every exchange right now. He is looking for something big here. Big drop kick to the side of the head of Shambo. They're back outside the ring right now. And elbow straight to the side of the jaw of Jason Storm. Up to the top rope. What are we going to see here? Moonsault leaning right on the back, taking the breath right out of Storm. Cover. 1, 2. That's it. That's all she wrote for Jason Storm. Shambo picks up the victory here tonight. That has to be great momentum heading into Bloodsport next Tuesday. This match is an entire highlight reel of really both men. But Jason Storm still has yet to pick up a victory here at ACW. Again, like I said, his time is coming, but right now, the spotlight is shining on the savior, Shambo. And there's your winner right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is the savior, Shambo. We have a lot more action to come here, including our main event, the 6-man tag match, the franchise Marco Rose, D-Xtreme and top-notch Garnett Court going against the Mean Street Mafia, Peter Gilmour, the ACW Global Champion Marco Gruber, and Fisk. Action just keeps on rolling here as we're kicking off our 4th match of the evening as we see EJ Hero coming to the ring. Now, Commissioner Jaden Anthony has put a lot of pressure on the shoulders of EJ Hero going into this match, and actually going into Bloodsport. Jaden Anthony said he has a lot of potential, that EJ Hero has a lot of potential, and that he is looking for his big break and his big moment here at ACW. And he's going to do that in a 3-way dance ladder match, the ACW United States title next week on Bloodsport. Anarchy episode 5 will be following the week after Bloodsport. So there will be no Anarchy next week, but in its place we will have our first CPV Bloodsport. Who is this? We knew he had a mystery opponent tonight. There's no way this is really his opponent. This is No Limit, Kevin Cross. There were rumors going through the grapevine in the ACW locker room that a man like this would be stepping into ACW, but I did not think it was going to be tonight, and I did not think it was really going to be ever. Very accomplished superstar in Kevin Cross. He is here tonight to make an impact. He is here in ACW, ladies and gentlemen. This is No Limit, Kevin Cross. Well, EJ Hero has his work cut out for him as we see the first appearance of No Limit Kevin Cross right now with a great amateur headlock takedown there. Reversal inside headlock now by EJ Hero. Big elbow to the side of the head. This is big, folks. We've got a high caliber car wrestler in Kevin Cross in ACW. What else can happen tonight? Big, massive clothesline there. And big, just running him right into the turnbuckle and dropping the drop kick, but EJ Hero gets out of the way for the second drop kick. Hero really looking in disbelief that he is really seeing No Limit Kevin Cross here in the ACW. Cross to the outside, dropping the elbow right on the throat of EJ Hero. And right now, Kevin Cross looking impressive, but EJ Hero fighting back right now. EJ Hero gets reversed once again. Now, EJ Hero has actually tasted victory here in the ACW, but only once. It was in his first round matchup against Big Dwayne, and he ended up dropping Big Dwayne, but now has not picked up a victory ever since, and that was on episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, I mean, the man who really has to be accredited for EJ Hero's fall, I think has to be the savior, Shambo, because semi-final match, Shambo actually knocked off EJ Hero, and that was actually the time we debuted our very first submission here in ACW, which was Shambo's Savior's Way. EJ Hero putting on a clinic right now, not letting Kevin Cross really get any offense going. Big float over neckbreaker. Again, EJ Hero not letting Kevin Cross get one move in edgewise right now. But Kevin Cross trying to build some offense. Irish whip by Cross. Throwing him up to the top rope right now. This is no man's land. This is dangerous. But Kevin Cross has him and drops him. Big jawbreaker from the top turnbuckle. Well, up next after this is our main event of the evening. We are going to see the 6-man tag that everybody has been waiting for tonight. It will be the Mean Street Mafia. We'll see D-Xtreme icon, former 24/7 Extreme Champion Peter Gilmour, the best in the universe, the ACW Global Heavyweight Champion Marco Gruber, and Fisk go up against Team ACW, the franchise Marco Rose, top-notch Garnett Court, and our resident extremist D-Xtreme. A lot of bad blood going to boil over in that match, I almost guarantee you. We are having a fantastic match though right here in the Allstate Arena between No Limit Kevin Cross and EJ Hero. Now again, this is the last man I would suspect to come to ACW. No Limit Kevin Cross, as we see a big blockbuster there by Cross. Back up to the top rope. Kevin Cross flying again, but this time Hero moves out of the way. But again, it seems like all the top names in CAW are coming to ACW. That is showing you really what we have to offer and how much that ACW Global Championship means to the world. It means to everybody in CAW. And right there, we see a big maneuver. Only a 1 count. Kevin Cross really pulling out all the stops right now against EJ Hero. Pushing Hero right off him, but Hero gets him in a hip toss. This is such a competitive match between these two great superstars of ACW. Headlock takedown there by Cross. And now Cross just really looking impressive. And again, he's really a surprise to everybody here in ACW. This man has been all around the world in CAW, and he has now found his way to the ACW. Front fist lock now by EJ Hero. Hero, elbow to the throat of Cross. That has to be a game changer there, as he is going for a big surfboard type maneuver. And Cross is really struggling to get out of this right now. Throwing Hero over, finally. Kevin Cross has fought out of that surfboard maneuver. Now putting him down and using the ropes to his advantage right now on EJ Hero. Pushing him right off. Big shoulder tackle there by Hero. Hero now following Cross to the outside and going behind. Counter. Great counter there by Hero. Now EJ Hero really looking to try to get back on a winning path here, because the last 2 weeks, he has picked up nothing but losses. Will this be a turning point for EJ Hero? Will he finally find... Wait. Looking for the twist of fate outside the ring, but gets countered right there by Kevin Cross. Cross Irish whip, putting him back on the ring apron. Elbow to the throat of Hero. Cross going up to the top rope. Big blockbuster maneuver there by Kevin Cross. Could this be the end, ladies and gentlemen? Cross is looking for something big. Has Hero up, but Hero counters. Big reverse DDT. These men are both throwing counter after each other, and now sits down on the back. We've got a camel clutch applied to Kevin Cross by EJ Hero. Can Cross get to the ropes in time? Actually, he's lifting up and powers his way out of that camel clutch by EJ Hero. Knee to the gut. Hero fighting back diligently right now in this one-on-one contest. Still a huge surprise to see No Limit Kevin Cross here in the ACW, but EJ Hero is looking to make it a short-lived debut, spiking him with that huge DDT. And now EJ Hero, cockier than ever, but gets taken down with a big shoulder block. That's what you get for posturing, Hero. Run through the ropes, drop kick to the side of the head of Hero. And now taking him to the back. We're going to see something big here. What a maneuver there by Kevin Cross. Cross up to the top rope. Dropping the senton, going for the cover. One. Only a 1 count before the kick out by EJ Hero. This match has really been back and forth. Wait, there it is. The roulette elbow by Kevin Cross. Out of nowhere, and he is looking to finish it off once and for all. And what are we seeing here? What a hold! I have no idea what he's calling this, but EJ Hero taps out immediately after it is thrown on him. Victory here for No Limit Kevin Cross. Look at this great highlight reel of this matchup here. There's that devastating submission hold, and EJ Hero had no choice but to tap out. Your winner here tonight on Anarchy is No Limit Kevin Cross. A surprise debut for Cross here, but he comes out with his first W here in ACW. But up next is the main event everybody has been waiting for here tonight. The Mean Street Mafia take on the ACW Originals, Marco Rose, Garnett Court, and D-Xtreme.
Why, Peter, why? Why the hell did you decide to do what you did after I won a match? Just saying. I should be happy and I should be making a commentary video or my own little mock commentary video on my first ACW victory and my second victory overall over the franchise Marco Rose, who I respect. And I did say, that I was blazing my own trail here in All-Star Championship Wrestling, or All-Star Car Wrestling, but still. Knowing the history that the two of us have together, back when we were members of the Armada and COH, Peter Gilmour, Extreme Icon, whatever you call yourself nowadays, you know damn well not to cross me. I mean, basically, yeah, if it wasn't for you, you would have never, shit. If it wasn't for you bringing me up from irrelevance, and I'll go ahead and admit it, I would not even be shitting Carve on it, which, by the way, that reminds me, all that company is full of shit because Let's face it, you got a douchebag for a champion, you got a bunch of other douchebags trying to run the company, and a boss who don't give a living fuck about his own company going under. And I was the only one, well, with the exception of a few others, like the Frontier Squad, for instance, and Brett Titus, but I was the only one who actually busted my ass to make sure that the One Bully Nation wasn't going to bring COH under. And yes, Call of Honor needs to bring honor back to their federation pronto, otherwise they're fucked. And there ain't a damn thing that I'm gonna do to save them from it. But back to the matter at hand. Peter, you know the history between us. You know that if it wasn't for you bringing me from irrelevance, I wouldn't even have a career, but you could have at least turned on me face to face. Not do the shit that you did on that episode of Anarchy, on that 2-hour episode of Anarchy. So yeah, Peter, just because you attacked me, just because you're now the 24/7 Extreme Champion, that don't make you better than me. I mean, yes, we're good friends and all, but that don't make you better than me. Yes, you may have more experience than me in this call game, even though I have a little bit more as far as my alter ego goes, but still, you're not better than me. And if you want, we can go ahead and prove that in a little 24/7 Extreme match, not on episode 4 of Anarchy or episode 5, but at the next, or hell, the first ACW CPV Bloodsport, whenever that might come out. So yeah, Peter, for the first time ever, I am calling you out. Not as a friend, but as an opponent to your 24/7 title. And for the record, if I find out that you and Marco Gruber are working together, this little friendship of ours is off. And I am going to make sure that your career is just going to be a living footnote. Because I'm going to make sure that your career gets so buried, not even Vince Russo would shit all over it. Oh, wait, did I break the fourth wall because you're both New Yorkers? My bad. I just want to get your attention. But still, all in all, I beat Marco and I should be happy, but I'm not. So, Peter, I'm challenging you to a match. And if I find out that you and Gruber are working together, I'm going to kick your ass, and I'm going to fuck his career completely up. Enough said. Oh, and you will also find out that Garnett Court is not the one to be fucked with. And that this whole Armada thing, whether or not it's in COH or anywhere else, it was all just a big hoax to get me on top. Enough said, dude. Hope you get the message. I'm done. Peace, bitches.
Well, strong words and complete and utter hatred there for the extreme icon Peter Gilmour by one infuriated, top-notch Garnett Court. Those two have traveled the roads together as members of the Armada, and then all of a sudden for Gilmour to come out and betray him like that, that's just uncalled for. And I am sure top-notch Garnett Court wants to get his hands on Peter Gilmour tonight, and so does this man, Marco Rose. After a huge battle with top-notch Garnett Court last week, which came out as top-notch's first win here in ACW, the victory was tainted by the attack by Peter Gilmour, which we later found out he is now associated with a low-life scumbag like the best in the universe, Marco Gruber.
like, at first, going into tonight, like, at the top of the show, they were the most powerful team. The Mean Street Mafia was the most powerful team in ACW, holding all the gold. But then Mr. Capital found his way into the picture after an attack on him by Gilmour, and Capital came out and took the ACW 24/7 Extreme Championship from Gilmour. Now that really has to play out of what's going to happen into this match. Right now we are seeing the entrance here of top-notch Garnett Court, ladies and gentlemen. That was a big shot at Peter Gilmour in that last promo from top-notch Garnett Court. This man wants answers and he wants retribution. I mean, Gilmour really came in as loving the ACW fans, loving what this company stood for, and then in one fell swoop, turned his back on everyone in this company. But now, we still don't know why he has associated himself with Marco Gruber, but it looks like we are going to see a lot of the Mean Street Mafia coming in the future weeks coming up. I mean, and we're definitely know the Mafia is going to be in full force at Bloodsport. Now, here's another man who really has a lot of problems with the Extreme icon, Peter Gilmour. This man, D-Xtreme, fought Gilmour in a good half an hour battle last week to determine the very first 24/7 Extreme champion. And there were several times in that match where D-Xtreme looked like he would have had the victory. But Peter Gilmour kept getting up time after time. And then after one big Gilmour cutter, D-Xtreme was rendered useless in that match. The D-Xtreme looking to get redemption, looking to really try to find retribution in this match, as he is also going up against the rest of the Mean Street Mafia, Fisk and Gruber. The most exciting superstar in ACW, D-Xtreme in the ring right now. Now here we go. Quiet has really went over the Allstate Arena as we see what up with the fire right now. They are rising from the stage. Here it is. This is the Mean Street Mafia, and in the center, walking down, we have the ACW Global Champion, Marco Gruber. To the right, we have Peter Gilmour, and I'm only assuming at the left, the man in the mask is Fisk. This is just creepy right now. This is the Mean Street Mafia, ladies and gentlemen, and this is just bizarre right now to see. What is that substance that Gruber just spit into the crowd? Blatant disrespect for all the fans here in Chicago as well. The crowd really just a hush over the arena right now. This is the Mean Street Mafia. Action underway now. We got Gruber starting off against Rose. Marco Gruber, Marco Rose. These two have unfinished business as Rose, on his way to the ring for a semi-final match, ended up jumped by Marco Gruber and then suffered a no contest against the man that is now the global champion, Marco Gruber. Gilmour quickly tagged into this match though, as Gruber wants nothing to do with Marco Rose. But now this is what we have actually already been wanting to see. We have Gilmour and we have Garnett Court in this match together right now. Side headlock there by Court. And Garnett Court throwing him back into his own corner. And there, that offense there by the Mean Street Mafia is Peter Gilmour just dismantling Garnett Court. We are still left with more questions than answers right now about why the Mean Street Mafia is really formed here in the ACW. Tag necessary frequent tags between the Best in the Universe and the Extreme Icon, as Gruber is back in this match right now. Big heel kick taking down Garnett Court, but Court fighting back now. Irish whip here by Garnett Court, big headbutt takeover. Court is really finding a way back into this match already. But the numbers game is definitely... Uh-oh. Here he is. This is Fisk. Fisk and Court walking up right now. But Court getting the best of it. But Fisk is just reversing the maneuver right now. Big takeover there. And Marco Gruber just cheap shot to D-Xtreme and now is on the outside going after Marco Rose. This is uncontrolled chaos right now in this six-man tag. We've got Gruber and we've got Rose fighting it out, but Garnett Court and Fisk are the legal men in this match right now, and Court is getting the best of Fisk right now in the ring. Big snake eyes there by Garnett Court. It looks like order is finally being restored as Gruber and Rose are going back to their corners. Fisk, though, getting back the advantage right now, an Irish whip into the corner. We've got a double team coming between Fisk and Gruber. Gruber thrown right on top of Garnett Court. And the crowd really seems pissed right now that the Mean Street Mafia is getting the upper hand right now in this match. I mean, I'm really still in shock right now about this entire situation and just what the hell is going on here in the ACW. Our announce table is taken apart here at ringside, and now the action goes spilling back into the ring, though. Court caught the leg and ankle lock there on the Best of the Universe. Garnett Court really trying to find a way back into this match. He really needs to get to his own corner and tag in either D-Xtreme or Marco Rose right now. Reversal there, side headlock by Gruber. Big backbreaker into a neckbreaker there. Big backbreaker, neckbreaker combo by Gruber. Irish whip by Gruber. Now, Gruber high knee and follows it up with the patented Bulldog. We got to cover early. One count before the kick out by top-notch Garnett Court. Now, the one thing that has to be really running through Team ACW's mind right now is what is the weakness of the Mean Street Mafia? I mean, it seems like what a kick by Gruber. Gilmour back in. They have to be wondering what they need to do to keep at least one member of the Mafia down. And we see a big chin lock here on Gilmour. Court really wrenching back, but Gilmour finds a way out. Now, if I were in this match, my best bet, if I was on Team ACW, was to go after Fisk. You don't know anything about Fisk, which means you have to find a weakness first. Back to that chin lock, but Gilmour gets to the ropes. You have to find a weakness to Fisk. All these men have at least once been in the ring with either Gilmour or Gruber, which means they know what's going on, and double team maneuver, and we have Marco Rose flying back into the ring here against Gilmour. But Gilmour just fighting right out of the corner once again in a snap suplex there by the Extreme Icon Peter Gilmour, and he is just targeting D-Xtreme. D-Xtreme flew off the apron right into the steel barricade at ringside. The fans here are getting their money's worth as D-Xtreme flew right into their laps. Alright, we got Fisk back in the ring right now against Marco Rose. Gruber, though, is in the ring as well. Gruber finding a way back out to the ring, though. Side headlock there by Fisk. Fisk countered, though. And armbar here, reverse Fujiwara armbar by Rose. And kick, caught the kick. Fisk really finding a way to get the best of Marco Rose right now. And now, this is what Gruber warned us about. This is the monster Fisk. Big back suplex, just folding Rose up like an accordion right there. Dropping the knee on the face as well. But Marco Rose, the franchise, trying to find a way back into this match. Now, the big question is, after having a match of this caliber just 1 week before Bloodsport, well, like, the entire ACW team is in the Global Championship Scramble match. Will they be ready, and will they be 100% in time for Bloodsport, as we see Peter Gilmour once again going after D-Xtreme, throwing him across the steel steps. Big takeover punch there by Gilmour, dropping him with a DDT out there on the floor. Gilmour does not want D-Xtreme in this match. That is relevant, and that is shown here. But now, wait, D-Xtreme getting involved, throwing Fisk back into the ring. Gilmour again, once again, right after D-Xtreme. Wait, Garnett Court's up to the top rope. What is Court thinking? He's pushed off the top rope there by the global champion, Marco Gruber. This match, once again, breaking out in just nothing but sheer chaos right now. But Garnett Court just taking the best in the universe off the apron and out to the arena floor. But we got a tag in here to Peter Gilmour, and he's going after the wrong man. Gilmour attacks Rose. Now Gilmour on the attack, now on the right man, top-notch Garnett Court. Peter Gilmour and this entire Mean Street Mafia honestly brings a bad feeling to the pit of my stomach that just... these guys are not good guys. I mean, they're here for their own selfish reasons. They're claiming they want respect, and it's just sickening, honestly. Marco Rose fighting back now. Big heel kick. Rose and Gruber fighting it out. This has actually been a pretty decent match with very minimal cheap shots from either team. Gruber looking for that heel kick once again, but Rose is just all over him right now with a big counter. One man we have yet to see in this match who is really wanting in right now, and that is our resident extremist, D-Xtreme. And Gruber with a cheap shot there to Marco Rose, sending him out to the barricade once again. And now he takes D-Xtreme out. Gruber is looking to isolate Garnett Court right now, and he does not want D-Xtreme or Marco Rose to get interfering in this match. But Court finding his way back, and D-Xtreme once into this match. And there it is. Tag to D-Xtreme. The extremist is in the ring right now, but he eats a big heel kick from Marco Gruber and a big knee lift there by Gruber as well. Tag it. We got Peter Gilmour coming in, and D-Xtreme wants to get away from Gilmour right now as he tags out to Rose. Now, what is this right now? D-Xtreme, big forearm to the face of Gilmour right there, and Team ACW really right now getting the advantage over the Mean Street Mafia. Front face lock and reversal. Rose is trying to find a way to take out Peter Gilmour. And dropping him down. And he was looking for something bigger. He has got him. Figure 4 leg lock here by Marco Rose. Will Gilmour tap out? He is writhing in pain right now. He needs to flip over and get the pressure over to Rose himself, and he does. He is flipping over, and he has got the pressure straight to the back of Marco Rose. That is a very painful hold, ladies and gentlemen. Flying DDT right there by Marco Rose. They're locking up right now, and go behind there by Gilmour. Drop toe hold, taking Peter Gilmour down. D-Xtreme is tagged back into this match. This is what we want to see. Big cutter there by Gilmour. As soon as D-Xtreme walks into the ring, he gets hit with a big Gilmour cutter. But D-Xtreme really fighting out of that Gilmour cutter, and it's on a rampage right now. Big time combo there by D-Xtreme, now dragging Gilmour to the center of the ring. Cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2 by the Extreme icon, Peter Gilmour. Mean Street Mafia almost got handed their first loss here in their first match by none other than the extremist, D-Xtreme. But now Peter Gilmour, he sensed he was in danger right there, and is now just coming alive right now, and now double team between Gruber and Gilmour. These two men are dangerous together as we see a big elbow drop to the back of D-Xtreme. What a roundhouse kick there by Gruber. This match has been back and forth, but now we're back to Mean Street Mafia as we see a big, huge kick to the chest of D-Xtreme tagging. Fisk is back in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Will D-Xtreme be the prey of Fisk right now? And power slam by Fisk. This man is a mean one. I don't know where Gilmour and Gruber found him, but he is making his presence known, and he is just decimating D-Xtreme right now. Big camel clutch, but he just lets go of it. Reverse Hurricanrana planting Marco Rose on his head there by Gruber. Wait, what are we seeing here? We have heard of this. This is to the extreme here, and it's hit to perfection there by D-Xtreme. This could be it, but no, Gruber finding a way to get into the ring just in time, and he breaks the 5 count that the referee has. So, and that was all the time Fisk needed. But wait, roll up 1. Only a 1 count before the kick out by Fisk. That was all the time Fisk needed. That distraction bot there by Marco Gruber. We got a double team here. This is huge. What a powerbomb into a senton there by Gruber, by Rose and D-Xtreme. This is our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, and they are tearing the roof off the Allstate Arena, but Gruber gets tagged in, and Rose is looking to tag in D-Xtreme, but he gets cut off at the pass by Gruber. Body slam there by Gruber, running through, and big elbow drop there by the best in the universe, the ACW Global Heavyweight Champion Marco Gruber. Shining Wizard, and he is busted open. The franchise Marco Rose. That move that he just hit is usually the prelude up to the God drop as we see another reverse Hurricanrana by Gruber. And now Gruber really cocky right now. Tagging the Garnett Court. See, he was wasting his time posturing, was Gruber, and he did not capitalize on the attack on the weak man, the franchise Marco Rose. And now Garnett Court back into this match, and he's posturing once again there. But he counters Court into a big power slam. Pin attempt here, 1. Only a 1 count. D-Xtreme in the ring, but he gets served a neck breaker for his troubles. Garnett Court is just trying to get some breath here, but Peter Gilmour back in, just taking Court off of his feet. Reversal by Court. Big clothesline there in the corner. Peter Gilmour fighting back here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just sickening to see. The Mean Street Mafia is running rampage right now over Team ACW right there. Huge roundhouse kick, and posturing once again is Gruber. This man truly makes me sick to my stomach. I mean, seeing a man like Marco Gruber holding this company hostage like he is with the Mean Street Mafia is just a disgrace to call wrestling everywhere. And now, big kick to the gut. Garnett Court is trying to fight back for all of ACW, but he's up and dropped right on his face by Gruber. This is just a clinic of just nastiness right now being put on by the Mean Street Mafia. I mean, this right out to our announce table once again, ladies and gentlemen. They're doing Garnett Court, shoulder tackle, taking down Court. But the rest of the Mean Street Mafia is just right behind him, waiting for their attack. Throwing Court right back into the ring though, or throwing Gruber right back into the ring, excuse me. But Court eats a big heel kick there from the best in the universe, Marco Gruber. And Gruber looking for that shining wizard, and now he has also busted open top-notch Garnett Court. They're systematically taking apart the 3 ACW originals. And now he has Court up. This can only mean one thing. There it is. There's the God drop by the best in the universe, Marco Gruber. Cover. 1, 2. I thought it was going to be 3, folks, but Court, the heart of a champion, fighting out and kicking out of the God drop. And now Garnett Court really reversing, but Court, yeah, it was just a burst of momentum. Like this is all Garnett Court knows, and if he's just got the heart of a champion right now, and he is trying to find a way to win. But right there, low bridge by Peter Gilmour. And now the Mafia feeding like a pack of wolves on Garnett Court outside the ring. Court is back in the ring thanks to Peter Gilmour. But what's Marco Gruber doing? Back outside to the apron, and right here on our announce table, Marco Gruber has Garnett Court back outside the ring again. Front face lock, and putting him right up to the announce table. This is going to be it. He is on our announce table, ladies and gentlemen. Peter Gilmour is up. And what is Gilmour thinking about right here? DDT! And that's it. Garnett Court is done. He has been put through the announce table. But wait, Garnett Court, he's actually up and limping back toward the ring. Gruber, really in a state of disbelief right now. But Peter Gilmour, I think he just put the finishing touch on D-Xtreme right there, colliding him into the steel steps. We've got a cover here. He grabbed the rope. His arm was underneath the rope, found a way to break the count. Forearm, and this is academic right now. 1. Kick out again by top-notch Garnett Court. This man has more fight in him than I guarantee you the entire Mean Street Mafia has. Shooting star press cover. 1, 2, 3. The Mafia picks up the victory, ladies and gentlemen. This was a sickening display by the Mean Street Mafia. I mean, we're still left with more questions than answers. Who is Fisk, and why is he associated with Marco Gruber? And a better question, why is someone with 10 times more experience than Gruber following the lead of him in Peter Gilmour? We have a lot of questions we need answered, and hopefully at Bloodsport we will get our answers. But for tonight, Mean Street Mafia picks up the victory here in the 6-man tag team match. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been ACW Anarchy live from Chicago, Illinois, here in the Allstate Arena. Next week, don't forget to catch Bloodsport, running the same time here Tuesday night as Anarchy would, but this is our first CPV, and we will see all hell break loose on ACW Bloodsport, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, we're backstage right now, and it looks like Ameer McDermott tried to attack the 24/7 Extreme Champion, Capital. But now Capital really fighting back right now. This is pretty much the 3rd contest that Capital has found himself in right now, and the Prodigy Ameer McDermott is looking to take the 24/7 Extreme Championship from Mr. Capital. I knew introducing this title would throw extreme chaos into the ACW, but I didn't think it was going to be to this extreme measures right now. Ran right up against the vending machine as Ameer McDermott. Capital showing... I didn't even know Capital had this extreme side to him. Mr. Capital is just trying to lay waste down to Ameer McDermott, but McDermott fighting back. That's up against our water cooler right here backstage. And this is just a heinous assault. Now McDermott really putting, this has to be also an attack on Capital by McDermott going into the United States Championship match next week at Bloodsport. Can Capital fight out of this right now? Can he fight back and keep his 24/7 Extreme Championship going into Bloodsport? We would also see, if Capital could pull off the victory there, we'd see our first double champion here in the ACW. But now Ameer McDermott just pummeling Capital, but Capital fighting back now. Mr. Capital needs to find a way to just get away from Ameer McDermott right now, because that is his best bet on keeping the 24/7 Extreme Championship, as we see his head bounce off of all that equipment backstage here. Capital fighting back though, and now throwing Ameer McDermott into all the equipment, and now bouncing his head off that big box right there. Capital building ahead of momentum right now. This is just heinous. Capital just won the title tonight from Gilmour. I mean, what else do you want to see here? And now Ameer McDermott throwing Capital right into that launcher cart. We could possibly be seeing our second title change of the night in less than an hour between these two men. I mean, what the hell is going on right backstage? Jaden Anthony needs to take control of this, but I mean, according to the rules of the 24/7 Extreme Championship, he really can't do anything. Also, Jaden Anthony is waiting for an answer from Peter Gilmour in a one-on-one contest at Bloodsport. Throwing him right into all the stuff out here. And wait, is this the Capital bottom? It is. Dropping him. And Mr. Capital walking away hurt, but with the Extreme Championship. Good night from Chicago, ladies and gentlemen.